OK, we're going to take everyone through the Danny Cipriani effect and also him being swapped for Gopperth. We think this weekend Gopperth will come back from injury, hopefully, for Wasps. We're going to be helped by Ashford and by Wasps ladies, who are obviously well-versed in these skills. So what they're looking for is for Lovo. Do you know his...
Balavu.
Yeah, that's the one. He's going to come really short, a big ball carrier. It can be forward, could be Lovo, who comes in short here, and they just try and set the middle defence. Set the middle, isolate the third man. This is what Danny does really well. We'll take it through. So as the ball comes out, say it's Simpson at the weekend, he breaks, Lovo runs short, runs at outside shoulder and creates this scenario here.
I get completely isolated. It all comes from the line, having a running threat of a 9, which takes the attention of the 10. And if this line by Gabby is run really well, I'm in a world of pain, especially anywhere on the halfway line where you have your winger who's actually slightly dropped off. So I'd step out, completely attracted by you and also dislocated from my winger.
And all Danny would do is he accelerates to you, steps off his right foot, leaves the ball on the shoulder, the winger goes through, winger steps in, draw pass and score in the corner. Now, Exeter, though, I've seen Wasps do this and they've seen it do it repeatedly. So defensively, where would you go? What would you do?
Well, the thing for me is I think I'm going to have to tighten up. Danny's biggest strength is his pace. And because he's so quick, he runs such a shallow line. If we just go back through that just once again,
okay.
Because he runs such a shallow line, all it does for me is, if I want to get out here and put pressure on you, he's got quick enough hands to be able to fix me and take me out. Jimmy Gopperth is a slightly different threat.
He might find himself slightly wider, might he not?
I think so. I think he'll actually take a bigger curve just because he's not as quick, he's not as threatening with the ball in hands. He has the skills, he can pick the right options, but if Jimmy's going to come a little bit wider, it gives me a chance to be able to see him a little bit earlier, and then all I'm asking for my winger to do is get a bit tighter. I can push off you, happily knowing that I can get this guy back into the game and hopefully try and cover it off. So
use the touchline.
Absolutely.
But that's all well and good, but if Wasps execute really well, I think Exeter are going to have to do something slightly different with their defensive structure.
I think so. For me, as a 13 or playing on the wing, I would just start a little bit tight. And if we just walk through it, this is exactly what I mean. So I call for my defender to be a little bit tighter, and we've got the pace, we hold the pace now, and we try and implement it onto you.
OK, let's go through it at your full pace, but it'll be about 10% for me. So if we go through jogging, that was a joke, by the way, I've only got one leg. We get to the outside.
So this is where, this is the difference. If we just go back a couple of frames, because Jimmy actually takes a bigger arc out and we're a little bit tighter, I can afford to wait for you to get checked, then push off, and I just sit in your inside, work on my winger, force you to make the pass. We try and drift and get across in that way. And that's the difference which Danny Cipriani really makes, I think. It's just having that same ability, but that pace, that bit of X factor puts that much more doubt into a defender's mind.
So many questions to answer this weekend, isn't there, particularly for Wasps. How are they going to play without Danny Cipriani? They missed him last year when he wasn't getting selected. Gopperth, brilliant rugby player, last year's player of the season, exactly the sort of guy you want him coming back into the fold.
Yeah.